Hello and welcome to the Tarkus Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be playing the game Puppet Master, the game. And today we're going to be talking about the puppet Torch. I really enjoy playing Torch. Now, I've got a different kind of play style that I've seen other people do while playing this puppet. But let's go over its basic abilities. Play some here. This is not going to be a very long video. Torch is a puppet you can play, and what he's got here is he's got flamethrower. You hold the attack button to light your prey on fire. Last 7 seconds. Hold the alt fire button to ready your attack. And then the other ability that Torch has is the Q ability, and that is a grenade that you throw. And then after it lands, within 3 seconds, it will cause some damage. So it's like a timed explosive. That's a fireball that explodes within 3 seconds, causing massive damage. So let's go into the game here, and we're going to just go over the nuts and bolts of this puppet. Now, this puppet requires some skill. He might seem to be, on paper, he's got 2 abilities, and on paper it seems, he's got 2 abilities, he should be easy to play. With this puppet, timing is key. And I think also with this puppet, playing with a group is key. You can do it solo. We're obviously going to see some of that gameplay in a second. Now, like the other puppets, you attack with your left mouse button, but in this case, you got to hold it down to prime the weapon. Similar to the tunneler, where we saw the tunneler ability, where it took like a half a second to a second to get the weapon going. So that's part of the timing with this. So if the agent's running by me right now, I wouldn't be able to do any damage because I have to get the thing started, and then it starts. And then what's neat about it is it will light stuff up. I don't think it does damage. That's just ambiance. So let's, like any other, with every other puppet, you just hit the F button, hold it down, and you'll open the door. What I like to do is with Torch is I normally play him with other teammates, and my play style is not aggressive. My play style is I wait for the other puppets, unless there's an opportune, guaranteed, I'm going to do damage kind of thing. Now, I'm sprinting by holding the shift key down. So Torch does not have that fast of movement. And I think they've done that to balance him so that you're just not... Yeah, I couldn't even get the weapon primed. I was actually trying to attack right there, and the weapon never primed itself. Now you're probably asking yourself, why haven't I used the grenade yet? The thing with the grenades are, again, with my play style, I wait for my opponents to get the agent down, and then I use everything within my arsenal to do damage. And I'm just trying to find him here. There he is. Don't shoot me. So there, I had to prime it. I don't know if I hit him at all. I don't think I got him at all. I think he was walking beyond the scope of my weapon. So let's get a little closer here. And the thing is you can, there he is. I mean, you can run while using the ability. Just don't outrun him. Try to slow down. And so while he's down, this is when you use your ability, because he's not getting away from that. You know, that's the beauty of it. In this case, he's running away. Yeah, just take some of that. I mean, as you can see how effective this guy is when the agent is on the back. I can just throw another grenade at him. Well, I didn't time this. See, the grenade is really tricky because it's got that 3 second. I mean, it'd be. Oh wow, he took damage. He must have been taking fire damage. That's what's nice about the fire damage. And this character's a little tanky. That's the nice thing about this character. That time I got the bomb off. where he was because he hadn't gotten out of it. So just don't get too close. Don't outrun him. Just stay out of his kick. Stay out of his kick because your flame has some distance. It doesn't seem like it does. Now, one of the drawbacks to this guy is, and it's just a pet peeve of mine, and it's part of the realization of it is it's hard to see through the fire. That's the thing. Even your other puppets who are going to be working with you will be blinded. See, as you can see, we can't see past the flame. It's realism, you know what I mean? I say it's a drawback, but it's just you've got to really oh, I shouldn't have got that close. I got too close to him. It's just that you can't see through the flame. So you've got to understand that that flame is going to affect people's ability to see. It's a realism effect. It should be in the game, but it's a drawback to visual seeing, because sometimes you get the flame going, you think the agent's still standing there, the flame shuts off, and all your comrades and you're like, where'd he go? It's like a magic trick where the guy disappeared. Well, what it was is we couldn't see the guy running away, thinking that he was still standing there, and because of the flame, I mean, the torch is a real enjoyable, I should have him up on the screen here. He's a real enjoyable class to play. My play style with him is different than some of the aggressive play styles I've seen people do with him. He's not really that mobile, and he doesn't move around that fast, and his jump is a little clunky too. See, that's why I went back in here. The jump is a little clunky, and it's because he's a metal he's a metal puppet. You know what I mean? So the developer decided, let's have his jump mechanic be different because he's a little heavy puppet. Whereas Blade's just more smooth, and it's quicker too. I mean, you can see that the charge up on that is, and let's just hit the Q, see how far I can throw that. So that's the maximum distance of the grenade. Now, granted, the grenade's charge is fast, its cooldown is fast. So what was that, about 20 seconds, 30 seconds? So if you time it right, then I guess I got him with on the back part of that because I saw a little splat. I saw a little blood. Oh, take that. Oh, stay there. Get hit by that bomb that I just laid down. Oh, he did stay there. And now I'm down. So again, it all comes down to your play style and how you play Torch. You got to keep in mind all the things that I told you during this video, where the weapon has a what's going on here? What? Oh, I have to wait for the timer to be done before that can go back to the screen. So go back to what I was saying is, I just want to go back in here so that I can have him up on the screen while I'm talking, and I'm sorry for this delay, but here we are. So you got to understand, he's got a charge up. So when he goes to use the weapon, there's a charge up. There's like a half second to a second charge up, and then he's spewing fire everywhere, and you can't see through the fire. And the fact is, his other ability is a grenade, which has a timer effect where it doesn't go off for 3 seconds. So when you ask me about puppets, this guy is hard to play, fun to play, great in a group. And so when Tarkus plays him, he kind of plays it in easy mode. He waits for the guy to go down. That's when I stay out of the range. I go after, drop my bomb, just stay out of kick range, and throw my bomb, stay out of kick range, and then when he gets up again to run around, if I can get him running by me with the thrower, I'm great. But because of his slow mobility, what I try to do is just keep up with the team, wait for my team to bring the human down, and then I just open up again with guaranteed ready to go, because there's not a lot of fuel in that thing too. I mean, as you notice, I was having to reload a lot, so there's not a lot going on. So you need to maximize your DPS output. So if you just willy-nilly flailing the flame around, you're not hitting anything, and then he's going by when you should have it going, and you're in recharge mode. You're not going to do any damage, because every time you're in recharge mode, that's when you got the time to. That's when you should be doing damage. And so just when you play this puppet, just try to time your attacks and understand there's a lot of delays going on with your abilities. The delay in getting your fire going, the delay in throwing the grenade out and waiting for that to go off, and timing the explosion to where the agent might be. Let's look at that explosion one thing again. It explodes within 3 seconds, causing severe damage to prey that is within its radius. That's why it's a great thing to do while they're down, because they're not getting away if you throw it right. I mean, there's a time where they'll crawl away, but if you're timing it in the direction that they're crawling and just throw it ahead of them and they crawl into it, then you bridge the lowering the gap where they'll be within the radius of the timer, right? Well, this is the puppet. This is the puppet torch. I recommend playing him. Try him out, especially with a team. Your team's going to love you, because if you get on that human while he's down, or she, depending on what human you play, then you're doing a lot of great damage. And what's the other beautiful thing about Torch is he lights the area up. There's been times where the human's down and I can't see, and it's so dark, and all of a sudden there's Torch. And Torch is lighting up the human, and the human's on fire at that point. So basically, I can now see the human, and when I was playing the 6-shooter during those games, so I got the 6-shooter going, and if it's pitch black and I can't see the guy, and I'm like way away, I can't really like where is it? And then Torch lights the guy up, and I can see the entire human, and then I can just go to town. So that's the other great thing about Torch is he tags the human so that you can see in the dark, so he's not blending in with the ambience of the room, right? All right. Well, thank you for joining me. This has been the Tarkus Zone.